Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. So alright, I'm gonna be doing some related Christmas related content again, at least to some extent. I guess Christmas adjacent, I guess. Even though I'm just complaining about people complaining about stupid shit. That doesn't even need to be a thing, but here you are. Well, welcome to Adult War, I guess, where people just complain about the most trivial thing ever. It's made a whole big deal of nothing. Anyway, so yeah, again, it's from this one website I keep coming to. I mean, this won't be the first time. I've done this quite often, actually. I've been kind of lollygagging here and there. And of course, somehow their rights are being under attack because blah, blah, blah. Something about the liberals, Democrats, I don't know, Joe Biden and, I don't know, Obama are teaming up against to destroy America, I guess. And mind you, these are the same type of people that scream humbug about, I guess, women want to wear different outfits because somehow
Oh
this
my
is too revealing. And
god.
this
I
somehow
don't even know how to
means that
react. Jesus Christ,
your
I'm so
family values will be
crazy.
completely gone. And all these women just
I
want
know,
to do is just get some
because
love and
it feels like I'm a
attention, and that's all
teenager
they
again.
want apparently because
And
they're
it's
apparently really
really weirding me
shallow.
out. Like, I
What
really
am I talking about
don't
here?
like
Oh
it
yeah,
at all.
people looking to something that doesn't exist. And you realize women these days can do more things than compared to back then. This ain't the 1950s anymore, is what I'm saying. Even minorities have more rights these days. So that's kind of the whole bit here. I'm talking about how a lot of these religious folks were just bitching and moaning how things have changed. Well, back in my day, kind of attitude. Kids these days, all this old crazy shit sayings I'd be always talking about. Get off the phone, kind of attitude, or like whatever, boomer. I'm older than they are, and I still find this kind of thing cringy. All right, I'm rambling on here, but allegedly Obama had, when he was in office, he lied about being a Christian. I don't know what that even means, but okay. Anyway, but this article, and I'm about to get more into, was written by this individual in 2010. That's when it was published, anyway. So, anyway, this is kind of odd, anyway, for a number of different reasons, because there's a bunch of different branches of Christianity, anyway. I mean, granted, Catholicism has a bunch of different branches as well. So, if this sounds incredibly convoluted, that's because it is. Because the what I'm saying is that these people would have complained anyway, because okay, even if he actually is a Christian, this individual would have complained anyway because he has to be the right kind of Christian, whatever Christian this individual belongs to. Yet, because reasons, what I'm getting at, again, like I said earlier, these types of people look way too much into something that's not even there, or whatever. And I don't understand as to why you have to be a good person. The only way to do that if you're a Christian. Anyway, the individual just brings up the fact that there's this guy named Patrick who's supposed to be part of the Christian defense thing, declares that President Obama, well, former President Obama, to be more exact, is not a true Christian. And there's some reasons, apparently, because the former president, covered up a white cross and a symbol for the name of Jesus at this some kind of speech in Georgetown, I believe. I mean, okay. Former President Obama did not publicly celebrate the national holiday of prayer at the White House, yet, of course, celebrated the Gay and Lesbian Pride Month as well as the as Malik in the Muslim faith celebration one at the White House. So, as a result, according to this article, to the person who wrote this article, feels like they're being discriminated against because of that. I don't know how that makes any sense, but anyway, according to the article at hand, for the first time in 43 years, the Obama administration banned a military flyover at a God and country rally somewhere. But okay, I'm getting tired of repeating myself here, but this is not a Christian nation. It's not a Christian nation. Never was, and never should be. Yes, I'm thinking about what I said here. This is just nonsensical right here when you think about it. But okay. It's extremely bizarre, like it wasn't already. Didn't your Jesus say to practice accepting others even if they don't belong in the same faith? You don't necessarily have to be Christian. All he wanted to do is spread. I'm gonna say he, I mean Jesus himself. Didn't he say to be kind to people? Didn't he say as long as you spread kindness, the fact that you spreading kindness is what you spread. You can spread Jesus by being kind, and then those others would pay the kindness forward. Isn't that what Jesus wanted? You be nice. The niceness is what Jesus is, right? So you're getting mad at Obama for doing just that. Isn't that what Jesus wanted? To you spread the niceness to everyone else, and then you could pay it forward somehow. Isn't that what he wanted? This is so confusing. Anyway, just I'm just finding it really bizarre. It's weird. It's so weird. These are the same people that would just get mad at women if they want to express themselves in a creative way like this, because he does not line up with, yeah, you gotta worship Jesus and whatnot. That is so stupid. Oh yeah, like, and also what I was referring to earlier, yeah, getting mad at the Asians because they're out to destroy the American way. I mean, I'm not going to doubt that there are Asians out there who do hate America. I'm not denying that because those do exist. But you can't assume that all Asians like that. All right, you can't blame literally every single Asian. All right, that's just being bigger yourself. Don't blame all of them. All right, that's just really stupid. Okay, to be more specific, as it wasn't obvious enough, is a hasty generalization. Just because of some bad eggs, bad apples, is that how you say it? Yeah, some bad apples and a patch doesn't mean every single one of them is pure evil. Is out to get you. That's just stupid. Like I said, that in itself is a logical fallacy. You can't just assume that they're all coming after you. Again, what is with these Christians acting as if they're being persecuted? Like just the moment they step out their apartment, house, trailer, or uh, whatever they live in, the moment they step out of whatever thing they're living in, they act as if just the moment they step out, they're acting as if they're being persecuted. The very second they get out. Even though I find this kind of odd because that's the very thing that they're doing. So this entire thing just comes off as projection, is what I'm getting at. This makes no sense whatsoever. It's weird. It's really, really weird when you think about it, but okay. Moreover, is that, like I was trying to say, is that, yeah, the president asks that no religious ornaments be set in it, as in, you know, the whole Christmas thing, I guess. And yet, they display, according to our article, they displayed ornaments with the images of supposedly the brutal dictator of Mao, Chinese dictator, apparently, and a leader who oversaw the deaths of a lot of people, his own people, by the way. So, so if you're non-Christian, you're an atheist, you're a communist. Is that what you're saying? You're a dictator? I don't get it. So, okay, I'm gonna get this straight. No pun intended here. So you're telling me just because Obama himself is going to be, yeah, he is actually more inclusive compared to, let's say, George W. Bush, which was the president before him. Just because he's more inclusive than him, that translates to communism. And and he's okay with having a large number of people uh, dying. I mean, while it's true that Chinese dictator Mao is responsible for millions upon millions of people dying in China, that is true. And yes, when it comes to death tolls, yeah, he's definitely one of the biggest. That again, that is true. But just because there's a sprinkle of truth in here, that doesn't mean this article is saying the truth because it's what you call a straw man argument. Just because he's putting some truth, he or she, whoever wrote this, just because this individual actually sprinkles some truth in here, that doesn't mean this person is being honest. Which, yes, I know it sounds like a contradiction, but this is just hear me out. This individual is just using facts to use as manipulation because just because you want to help gay rights, that in itself doesn't mean you're communist. Just because you're a liberal doesn't mean you're communist. Just because you're a Democrat does not mean you're communist. It's a red herring. This is a what do you call it? A red herring logical fallacy. So this individual is attempting to pull a straw man. I guess the better way to say that. I guess the better way to say that is a straw man argument. That's basically what this is. It's a straw man argument. I think that's the better way to say this. It's a straw man argument, logical fallacy. I think that fits here better. to some extent anyway. It's a straw man argument because this individual is just pulling stuff out of his ass just because EU icky gay people, which of course is really homophobic when you think about it. So what is the problem? So I don't get what's the problem here exactly. Just look at what the Spanish Empire did. The Spanish Empire actually believed in God. The Spanish Empire believed in a Catholic God, to be more specific here. And I don't see any of you Christians bring that up whatsoever. Again, women can do a lot more stuff nowadays compared to back then. If they want to do dress up in some way, like let's say if they want to sell swimsuits and whatnot, and to make money off of this kind of thing off of YouTube or whatever, they can, sure. But somehow this would be a big no-no, apparently. Whatnot. If women want to express themselves in some kind of way, I don't see why not. If just want to have fun, enjoy their time with each other and whatnot, sure. I don't see the harm in that. Why not? Go ahead, have your fun. But this kind of stuff, these people are just really being really restrictive, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, the president at the time issued a strong support for a Senate health care bill, which included the Lubbock and wanted to fund abortions. Of course, oh yeah, we go in this department again. The whole abortion thing. Ugh. Okay, again, I'm getting tired of repeating myself here. Whether you support abortion or not, either way, regardless, whether it's a moral thing or not. I mean, yes, you could also argue it takes two to tango. Shouldn't a man have a say in this because it takes two to tango? Which, okay, that's true, but at the end of the day, these people just want to control women's bodies. It's ultimately what I'm telling you. They just want to control women's bodies. But anyway, this article goes on to say something in regards of Obama. Because allegedly he's intentionally misleading America into believing that he was a Christian when he's obviously not. I mean, why does it matter anyway? I don't care if he's Christian or not, to be honest with you. As proven by the so-called fact that Obama doesn't go to church enough. Again, why does that matter? I do not care. I do not care if he goes to church enough or not. That means nothing to me, honestly. What what I don't understand, aside from the fact that this entire thing makes no sense, is that when it comes to politics, well, technically, an atheist could be a part of the government. They technically can be, but it's to a very, 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 very limited extent because of Christians. Because Christians apparently believe that this is a Christian nation, which it's not. And just because Obama wants to support gay people, just because he wants to be more inclusive with, let's just say, like with Muslims or whoever else, that does not mean he's trying to take away your holiday. Like when I say, I mean, of course, I remember Christmas. This does not mean Christmas is going to be taken away. And Obama, when he's in office, I mean, okay, he didn't take care of everything, honestly, but he did took care of a lot of stuff. Even he admitted that he would be unable to undo a lot of stuff what Bush did when he was in office, but he did was quite successful. But anyway, point being is that this does not mean Christmas is being taken away. This does not mean Christmas is being taken away whatsoever. That doesn't make any sense. Apparently, according to this article, it is important to note that it was President Obama who made his regular church attendance. I don't know when that was a thing, but and important that of a local church committee of a major part of his campaign. He stated that the natural press that he was regular attendance at church while for his campaign thing here. The issue is not whether a president has to attend church on a regular basis to be an active president. They do not, according to the article, which is a lie because these Christians do want presidents to be like that. And it's kind of hypocritical that only Christians can become president and not everyone else, which is so stupid. The issue is that one of integrity and honestly to portray yourself as a person of deep Christian faith and very involved in the life of a local church, doing a campaign and the abandon that precision, the precision after you are elected, reduce the faith to some kind of thing to make it more regular, change them on it. But again, this is not a Christian nation. It really isn't. And Christianity has nothing to do with It does not reduce your faith in Christmas and whatnot, even though Christianity has nothing to do with Christmas because Christmas was stolen from the pagans. I'm not going to get into much of that because I felt like I would repeat this way too many times by this point. But anyway, you can still celebrate Christmas if you want. You can still pray to Jesus if you want. No one is taking that away from you. Literally no one. Absolutely, positively, zilch. No one. And according to the article, founding the White House has said that they have not found a church home for the President Obama and his family in Washington, D.C. because they do not want to be disruptive factor for the local church. What are you talking about? So apparently this is extremely completely disingenuous and misleading. Apparently, the overwhelming majority of churches in Washington D.C. would love to have the president and his family attend their church and would welcome them with open arms. I highly doubt that, but okay. So, simply stated, Mr. President, if your Christian faith and involvement with the local church means as much as you say, it does please to find a vibrant local community for him and his family to worship Christ. I still don't know what this has to do with Jesus and whatnot because at the end of the day, this has nothing to do with Christmas. You acting as if Christmas is being attacked somehow, but it's not. Anyway, folks, that'll be it for now. So I guess until next time. See ya later.